Jurassic World franchise good again? I saw Jurassic World Rebirth during a midnight showing when it first came out. And here are my general thoughts, all without spoilers. If you like keeping up with film reviews, and film trailers, I'm your guy, follow for more. The film follows Zora Bennett and Dr. Henry Loomis, played by Scarlett Johansson and Jonathan Bailey, respectively. They're on this top secret mission to go to this island to extract 3 different types of genetic materials from 3 different types of dinosaurs, with the help of Mahershala Ali's character, Duncan. But after finding a capsized boat and a family of 4, they crash into the island and have to face everything that it holds. This film was a spectacle, just a dinosaur stuff. I wouldn't have it any other way. I thought this was some of the most engaging set pieces out of all of these like 4 Jurassic World films. Definitely most memorable because I remember parts of Jurassic World but nothing from the latter 2. It's just shot really well, and Gareth Edwards, the director of this film, was just, I think, the perfect person to get for a Jurassic World film. There are so many set pieces, it's constant. But that also lies an issue for me. It is incredibly hard to latch onto these characters. Because not only do you have this main trio and their group of people, but you have the side family that I didn't even remember seeing in any of the marketing. You get little bits and pieces in the beginning of their introductions for both sides, and then it's just constantly dinosaur, which, you know, may not be a problem for some. But like for the Jurassic World franchise, I remember Owen Grady, I remember Claire, I want to see them again as characters. For this group, I remembered like the Zora Bennett character, but I had to look up their individual names. It's unfortunate because these are all great actors and they're having fun, clearly. And once again, if you came to see the dinosaur shit and you didn't really expect much else, you're gonna get that here, I think, more or less than the past Jurassic World films. But if you're gonna introduce little character details, follow through. Gareth Edwards I really like as a director, but I've seen many people online complain about the flatness of his characters, and that's not different here, despite the fact he didn't write the script, I guess. Also, as a film, very predictable, specifically towards the latter, like, third of the film. I didn't really pick up on the first or second act of the film. Looking back on it, I can see little bits and pieces, but the third act, I was turning to my friend, I was predicting specific scenes that were happening, with visuals included. I thought despite that, this film was really consistent in terms of its pacing. You have a set goal from the beginning to get these 3 dinosaurs and then go to the specific location on the island. Not a lot of meandering, it's not very convoluted. That's why I prefer this film and ended up liking it a fair bit. Because the particular setting of this film, like this island that seems to almost be back in the prehistoric age, I thought was fairly fresh, as well as the take on dinosaurs here. This is something that they do specifically that I'm not going to spoil. I thought it was fairly interesting, and I think it's in the film enough to justify its existence. Also, I'm remembering one of the biggest issues I had with the film walking out of it was how bits and pieces of it felt like studio mandated, specifically like this fucking dinosaur named Dolores. It's cute, sure, solely to sell toys. No real service to the story, just kind of accompanies this girl, she finds him, and that's it. All in all, I liked what I was seeing, but I wish I cared more. I think this is the closest we've come back to the actual artistry of like the first film. Modern action thriller sensibilities, I thought this was a really enjoyable watch. Story-wise, nowhere close. I give this movie a 3 out of 5. Have you seen Jurassic World Rebirth? What did you think of it? Remember, all movies are art, and of course, follow for more.